So, let's say you're annotating a Greek, Latin, or Hebrew text in Goodnotes on your iPad, and you come across a difficult grammatical construction, and you go through looking it up in some grammar for the respective language. And so once you find that, you can't really write out the entire grammar rule that's relevant for that section because that would take up way too much space. So, what can you do to prevent yourself from having to reflip through all those pages again and again? Because if you just write down a reference number, you will have to redo all that again to remind yourself what is this grammar rule anyway for such and such a construction. So, today, what we're going to learn about is how you can create a hyperlink in Goodnotes to your grammars in Logos Bible software. And this is a very helpful tool for a efficient way of reviewing your grammar text and making sure that you're spending as little time as possible just flipping through pages of books and as much time as possible reviewing and refreshing this information in your mind. So, without further ado, let's get started.
So to give an example of a link within your annotated text on GoodNotes, I'll demonstrate this. So I have a link right here in my text with for Smyth section 2025 and 2026. And so all I have to do is tap on it and press yes on going to the external link to the external app. And it pops up in my Logos Bible software app on my iPad. And so it's very useful for whenever you have giant references for maybe some obscure syntax rule or grammar rule that you could find in, say, Smyth or even Wallace if you're doing the New Testament. And so it's very helpful for that. So, how can we do this? So you want to go back to GoodNotes, and to give you a demonstration, I'll clear away everything and start from scratch. All right. So let's say you're going through this passage in Philo's on the contemplative life, and you're in this sentence on Democritus and when he harmed his family. And it says right here that he did not do it perhaps from malintent, but rather from whatever this is. And so you can see that it is an infinitive, and in fact, it is an articular infinitive negated by may, which is typical. But you may wonder, well, what are the rules for articular infinitives? How does this translate or how does this function syntactically? And so you'll want to go to your grammar in Smyth, and you can do this in a hard copy. But for our demonstration, we'll see it in Smyth right here. So you'll normally look this up in the back, go to the articular infinitive, and you'll go to the section that it tells you it's located in. And so here it's pulled up. And what you'll do is you'll highlight this section on the articular infinitive that you want to save and link to in your GoodNotes, and you'll click Share. And then you'll press Copy. And then all you have to do is go back to your GoodNotes application, and then you want to create a text box. So once you create a text box, you can then paste in your document, and then you'll see that it gives the whole entire reference. And we don't want that entire reference. That's too cumbersome, and it will be too much for our annotations to want to have this junked up. It'll be very unhelpful. What's more helpful is just having the reference. So this underlined portion is the link itself. And so what you want to do is cut that link out. And then you can type in the reference for this articular infinitive. So I'll type in Smyth section uh, 225, and I'll even do 226 as well. And what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to highlight that, and then you'll want to go all the way down on the menu, press the arrow, and then you'll see the link button. And so you want to check and make sure in the link settings that it's set to not document, but rather to website, and that the link right here, you'll want to get rid of that, and you'll want to paste in the link that you copied earlier. And so there we have it copied. And now, just to make it look extra good, we're going to format it. and we'll format and go to more. I want it a little bit smaller and say, I don't want to change the font right now, so I'll just keep it like it is. And then I'll change the text box to be a little smaller, and I will, uh, and then I'll move it to right above where I need it in the text, and there I am set. And now all I have to do is whenever I want to look this up ever again, whenever I'm reviewing the text, all I have to do is tap on the link, press open link, press yes, and then it pops up again. That you are now able to create more helpful links in your text, and so that review of the syntax is far easier.